Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here. And Larson. And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening
Larson,
to
I'm here.
right here at
I'm here.
youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Available wherever fine podcasts are. Larson is the Raw review. What the hell are we doing in front of all these people?
Oh, we're changing things up. Recaps as well as new shows. All our weekday shows are now live.
So here's the deal.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Patrons, instead of getting these recap shows exclusive to them, they get exclusive post shows. What's the post show called?
Post show, yay or nay.
A half-hour cornucopia of entertainment.
Man, yesterday was maybe the thing I'm most proudest of in my life. We did some live reactions to old-timey wrestling.
Yeah.
And took questions. And it was just a lot of stupidity. It's a work in progress, but we figured, listen, we really enjoyed doing the Monday and Friday show lives.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we do all these lives? Plus, you get a little more of that super chat action. Hey-oh!
Yeah.
Anyways, and then on the flip side, we say, hey, you know what? We want to do something also better for the patrons. Obviously, we get patrons coming in looking at the live stream recap episodes. So now we have like a full dedicated extra post show episode thing. Why are you snickering over there?
I'm just reading chat here.
Yeah. Well, now live for everybody means they get to see our botches as well.
Yeah.
Which are plentiful.
To see how professional this production really is.
Exactly.
First super chat, Trey Saunders, $2, about to be out the door for work, but wanted to say hi. Hi, Trey.
Hi. So we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. So if you do $1 a month, you get one of the post shows per week, the Monday post show.
Mm-hmm.
If you do $5 a month, you get 5 post shows per week. So it's like an extra episode of Going In Raw every Monday through Friday. So every day except for the weekends. The weekends are ours. You can't have those.
No, those are ours.
Those are ours.
Unless it's a pay-per-view, then we're here working.
Exactly. Otherwise, they belong to us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways. And then, of course, we're also on ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. We're going to get some new designs up there very shortly. And, of course, the proceeds from July and August for Pro Wrestling Tees are going to the family of Virgil Flynn, the local wrestling promoter who passed away recently.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also at the FriendoMarket.com. Oh, man, I forgot. We have this big announcement, too. I do not want to make this announcement.
Which announcement?
We have signed our very first guest. September is the end of August is a very special time because we're going to be, we're going to be at StarCast. I have the shirt like 90% done. We're going to do an exclusive StarCast shirt. I am curious about this, though. I want to ask the people out there because you and I talked about this last night. The shirt right now, as it stands, is a Chicago flag themed shirt.
Yes.
Right? With our logo in the middle. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to make some tweaks to it. Right now, it does not have the word StarCast or All In 2018 on it, although I could do that.
I don't think it's necessary.
Would people rather have those words on it or not have those words on it?
Yes.
What would you prefer if you're looking to buy this shirt? Because I'm not sure if it has limited appeal, if it has words on it. I don't know if it has more appeal if it has those words on it.
Yes, so please share your opinions.
People might want to celebrate the event, or they might, because they're not there, they might not want to celebrate the event. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I think the design is inspired enough by Chicago that it's obvious it's particular for that event, but at the same time, it still is general enough that anybody could appreciate it.
I think
right now it hits that sweet spot.
Maybe that's right.
But if there's
Max Johnson says I definitely want those words on the shirt. I think Guy Dude says not, which I think is his vote. Maybe he's talking about
Joe
something
Graham
else,
says yes.
You could have All In and StarCast on the sleeves. We're not compromising here. It's one or the other. Black or white people.
Yeah.
Hellbringer says at least put StarCast in it. A Chicago theme is enough to make me get it at StarCast.
So I'm telling you.
It makes it limited edition, give it more appeal. Does that mean more people will buy it? We want as much money as possible.
That's really whatever's going to lead to more sales is what we're going to do.
Chase says, I hate explaining shirts to people. Does that happen often with you, Chase? So I don't know. Maybe I got to do a flipping. Here's the problem with doing a poll. I know how this is going to turn out, dude.
50-50, man.
It's going to turn out 50-50.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Just follow. Just do what you think is best, or we should do what we think is best design wise.
Well, because you're telling me what I should do is best, and I kind of feel like the words are best, but you seem to think that it's not. So I don't know.
I mean, I think aesthetically, if I look at it with words, without, I like it better without.
Really? See, I like it better with because I like stuff happening.
Yeah, no, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening, especially with the way the borders are around the logo.
Never enough
there's
stuff.
No, there is enough stuff.
No.
You're like a maximalist to the nth degree.
Yes.
And I like to dial it back a little bit. Look at this and look at that. I mean,
yes, after StarCast, the shirt will be put on the Friendo Market. Yes, it will be available. That's kind of what we're asking because we want it to be available for everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it'll make no dent at all.
Do the Twitter poll. Maybe it'll be the rare occasion where there's strongly held opinion one way or the other.
Lindsay DX says you bullshit on the shirt.
That's a good idea.
I could do that, I guess. Let me see what the Discord has to say. Let's see here. Nobody's really commenting in the Discord about this.
All right, fair enough. We got some more super chats here. Joe Juarez, $2. Stephen Larson milking us dry with these super chats.
You don't have to. Here's the thing. You don't have to. We
do
love it. We appreciate it, obviously.
Very much so, but you don't have to do it. OJ Strawberry, $5. Just got promoted, so I upped my pledge from $5 to $20. Thank you.
Words make it tacky.
Thanks for making my drive a lot less boring. You deserve it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
I don't think words themselves make it tacky.
Well, I'm just reading what somebody said in chat.
No, I know. I'm just voicing my opinion. Saul FGC, $10 rating system. 0, not going to happen. 2, 2, too sweet. 3, many. 4, for real. 5, Mecasana worthy. 6+, top notch the best. -1 or lower. Luchando.
That's kind of funny, actually. The many one. I like the many.
Yes, 3 many.
How many does it get?
3 many.
3 many.
3 many.
How many did you get?
Reggie Torian, $2. Just the Chicago flag theme, like the Bullet Club Chicago shirt. That's kind of what it is, and I think that's cool.
All right.
That's just my take.
All right, we'll see. What about just a 2018 on it? Is that even too limiting?
Well, it depends how it's implemented, man.
Interesting.
Adam Mayhem, $2. Adam Mayhem limited StarCast edition T-shirt.
Okay, speaking of which, here's the announcement.
What is he talking about?
Here's the announcement, Larson.
What is he talking about, Steve?
What do you mean, what is he talking? You're the one who's going to make this announcement.
I am. I was prepared for this. You going to put the thing up?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this yet. Look at that! Why superstar in quotations? That should be all bold. Kurt H. Champion Adam Mayhem is going to be at StarCast. I can't wait.
Appearing at the Going In Raw booth with the H Championship.
Wow.
Adam Mayhem.
Huge breaking news.
He's going to be at StarCast.
Oh, my gosh. I was already excited for StarCast.
We're not going to be able to sell any of those shirts
now. I'm doubly excited.
We're not going to be able to sell
No, man. People
any of those
people want to come and meet Adam Mayhem. He is the H Champion. He is all of our H Champions.
Yeah.
He's H Champion for everyone.
Look at that immediately. Boo. Selling all my ticks. Boo, boo. Several boos. We're running our franchise into the ground. Another boo?
No way, man.
Definitely not going now?
No, this is all good. This is engagement. This is like when Roman comes out and gets a reaction. Just because it's loud, it's good. Same thing. Same thing. This is totally good.
Look at Adam Mayhem in chat. Come on, man. You're the champion. Get out of chat. What are you doing?
See there. Hell yeah.
Look at the engagement right there. That's terrible.
Jonathan, $2. Minimalism is real.
See, this is kind of why I like doing the show live.
Yeah.
Because the reactions are everything.
Yeah.
Adam Mayhem is a scrub. Wow.
No, people like the boo Adam Mayhem because they like him. Cronin 15, 10 pounds. Hey, Steve. Here, and Larson, watching Sold Out 97, eating, what are Savaloys? And listening to my favorite friendo's review, Raw, is this real life? What's Savaloys? You've been in the United Kingdom.
What's what now?
Savaloys. Savaloys.
Oh, I have no idea, man.
I don't know. All right, you want to talk Raw?
Yeah, man. Let's talk Raw.
Oh,
Let's
first
do
we
that.
got to do a shout out for the thumb image.
Oh yeah.
At Jazz Mickle.
Yeah, Jazz Mickle. I think she goes by Queen Jazz on her Twitter.
Created
so
this awesome
image.
Yes.
A bunch of people throw out a bunch of very cool, like the Diddly Doodler. I know threw one out there. I think of like maybe Brock looking at the Playboy with Sable on it. That was sort of a common joke that I saw on Twitter. But then this one was great because it's got our comic book on it, which you can get. This is the last day for Patreon.
Oh, they get
$20 for the Friendo Care Package because we got a whole new shipping and comic books coming in. So yeah, we're gonna be sending those out soon. And then all the rest of all the larges and mediums for the Slayer shirts, those are here. We're gonna be packaging them up and sending them out today. I know a lot of those, like they've been waiting for a little while because we ran out of the larges and mediums. So yeah. Anyways,
all right, now let's talk about Raw.
So Raw in a nutshell. What'd you think? Yeah,
I really liked the Lesnar stuff. I thought that was all pretty entertaining.
I thought Lesnar stuff was great. I really did. I thought it was. I thought it had direction.
Yeah, and it's a shame that's not what they did leading up to Mania.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if they'd spent the span of time between the Rumble and Mania doing stuff like this, they'd been a heck of a lot more effective, and people might have actually got somewhat behind Roman Reigns a little bit.
Yeah, let me scan over.
Now I feel like they're trying to jam 2 months worth of story into about 4 weeks.
There was a lot of good stuff, but I will say this episode solidified that some mighty have fallen. And I'm not talking about TM61, but we had Bobby Lashley go from the Universal title scene essentially to Elias. And you and I both love Elias.
Yeah.
Elias isn't sniffing any titles anytime soon.
No.
That's not going to happen.
You had Finn Balor do the job to Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that was irritating.
And then you had Bob Roode verbally entrench himself in the lower mid-card.
Dude, in the losers' locker room.
I know.
He was in there with Heath Slater and Rhino, The Ascension,
Zack Ryder,
Kurt Hawkins, and Bobby Roode. Why did he even walk in there? Don't go in there.
You should have seen that script and said, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Don't go in that locker room.
Don't go in that locker room, Bob Roode.
Oh, man. That was the worst.
It's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
But then there was also, I thought there was a lot of good. I don't like scrub finishes generally, but we both called that yesterday.
Oh, it was
the
obvious
Seth Drew thing.
The match was really good up until that point.
I know, it was a really good match.
Drew's incredible. Seth is incredible.
Anyways, it started out with Roman Reigns.
No, it started out with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman backstage in the arena in Miami, standing in front of like a landscape painting.
Yeah.
They weren't admiring the painting.
No.
Nor were they talking to each other. They were just standing there.
Yeah. I thought it was a close-up. It wasn't a close-up on Brock?
No, it was a two-shot.
Did it start on close-up and go back? Okay, all right.
And there's Heyman, and there's Lesnar, and there's this landscape painting.
They were just milling. They weren't doing anything.
No, they're just standing there.
They were like mannequins. That was weird. Who does that?
Yeah, who just stands next to a painting and not look at it? If you're going to stand next to a painting, look at it.
What do you guys want me to do?
See if it makes you feel anything. That's what paintings are there for.
Brock
You look at
feel.
them.
You think Brock appreciates art, man? Hell no.
He apparently appreciates his outdoor magazines.
Yeah, he loves his outdoor magazines circa 1986.
Yeah, I know.
Those things look super old.
It's pretty funny. That's a nice touch.
It was pretty funny. No, it was pretty funny.
So I don't know why they were standing in front of that painting. Like it would have been an interesting moment.
I think the painting was just there. I think you're reading too much into it, man.
No,
the painting
what they should have done
is
have them stand there, look at the painting.
Yeah.
And like Heyman, he seems like a really thoughtful guy.
Looks
at it.
Yeah.
Has a thought. Lesnar takes the painting off the wall and destroys it.
Yeah.
Because that's like, tell me Brock Lesnar doesn't really appreciate art.
I think he's ambivalent. I think he doesn't care. I don't think it's just there. It's just there.
It's just colors on the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a person. It's not like trying to talk to him, so he's fine with it.
Could be.
He probably prefers art to people, to be honest with you, because I don't think he likes people very much.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, after that, we got a Roman Reigns promo where he comes out and he says, "See, I love coming out here and getting these reactions."
Which is a shout out to Miami. You're always loud.
Yeah, Roman's thing is decibels. He doesn't care if it's cheers or boos. It's decibels.
As long as the volume is to his liking. Shout out to that city.
Exactly, yeah. He seemed to have a little spring in his step last night.
Yeah,
I wonder if they told him, hey, we're definitively going in the direction of you winning.
But he's been through this plenty of times. I'm sure he knows.
He's like Charlie Brown, dude, in that Universal Championship with football.
Yep.
I think Vince is the Lucy in that situation.
Yes.
So anyways, he cuts a promo. He gets interrupted by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out. He says a bunch of stuff that Paul Heyman usually says.
He says Brock's here, but he's not coming out.
And then Roman says, "Paul, why don't you shut up?" And
then Heyman is saying that Brock was going to win, be a 2-sport champion after he goes to UFC. And then Roman says, if Brock comes to SummerSlam, I'm going to make him Roman Reigns'
biatch. They do this thing now. They do it every once in a while. Roman, as you mentioned before, Roman talks about the being shoved down your throat thing quite a bit. Last night, Paul Heyman made reference to. I remember Ryan Satin tweeted out the meme of this, where it's like the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing multiple
over and
times.
over again, expecting a different result.
Right,
yes.
and so Heyman brought that up, and I wonder if that had a reference to like sort of the social media aspect of the response to Roman versus Brock. So we brought that up, and so then he was like you said, he said, I'm going to make Brock my biatch at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Backstage, Brock is reading a magazine, The Backwoodsman.
It looks like it was something from the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
It's pretty old. The cover looked very old.
Yeah, it has like sort of had like an old-timey painting on it of what I think a backwoodsman would be.
That's the painting that he might appreciate.
Yeah, probably.
Not so much seascapes or landscape, but maybe like, man hunting.
Yeah, that could be.
Stuff like that. He probably appreciates that stuff.
Why doesn't he just do this? I have a lot of questions here about Brock. Because later on, he asked Paul if he got his money. And Paul said, yes, you've completed your contractually obligated.
Yeah.
Just sitting in the back?
Well, he showed up
magazine?
at the arena, yeah.
Doesn't the obligation require him being out in front of a camera, like a real camera, not a fly-on-the-wall camera?
Depends on the terms of his contract. If it just means he has to be present at the arena, then no.
That's a weird.
If he has certain things,
that's a weird deal.
I don't know, man.
It's an oddball deal.
It's also weird to me that Paul Heyman, as essentially Brock Lesnar's manager, has a contract with WWE. That's weird.
Yeah,
and that's them acknowledging that Heyman is talent, not actually Brock Lesnar's manager.
But here's the thing: it wouldn't surprise all sorts of legal shenanigans with the McMahons. You can have a contract with him, but I get 25% because you have to sign this contract first.
Maybe. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, Brock's backstage reading The Backwoodsman. In walks Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman was kind of running down what Roman Reigns said to him.
He was trying to awkwardly show it to him on his phone.
Yeah.
Because Brock was like, I don't watch Raw. I'm not watching Raw right now. And it's like, clearly, there's no TV here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be right here.
You're watching The Backwoodsman.
Exactly. So Paul tries to show Brock what's going on.
Brock doesn't care.
And then he said, here, type in my code. And then Brock says, what, this one? And then he just chucks the phone at the wall.
Yeah, you threw
and
Heyman's phone.
You hear a breaking sound indicating the phone
broke Paul's phone.
So then Paul gets a little freaked. So Brock is just pissy these days, apparently.
Yeah, man.
He seems so jovial in the UFC, and then he comes to the WWE and he's pissy.
Yeah, he doesn't like being put out. He's being inconvenienced by being in Miami and not being on his land.
Is he devaluing the title by acting like it's just this is an obligation?
Kind of.
Because I just don't want to be here.
Yeah.
This title's ugly.
Yeah. Oh, it was great when later on Kurt Angle said, Brock Lesnar is the worst Universal Champion of all time.
That was pretty funny.
That was outstanding.
That was pretty funny. So then we kicked off match in-ring competition action with Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
They give this match a ton of time.
Yeah, they gave this match a lot of time. It was a decent match, except for the end, which didn't see the guy
who should be winning.
Who I wanted to see win.
Well, not just who we want to see win, who should be winning matches. Baron Corbin as
You
Constable.
told me yesterday this was going to be a blow-off match and Finn was going to win and go on to win the IC title.
That was my hopes.
That didn't happen.
Well, no, I didn't say win the IC title, so maybe compete for it.
Very upset with you now.
Well, that's just what I thought was going to happen. Just because I'm the current Discord champion doesn't mean I know all the predictions, Steve.
Well, you really should.
Anyways, yeah, no, it feels like Baron in his role as Constable doesn't really need to win matches.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going. I will say this, though. I did really appreciate the small moment between Brock and Baron in the ring, and then Baron, of course, backed down.
Yeah.
But still, I kind of like that moment. I'd like to see Baron. I don't know. I like Baron.
I do too.
I want him to do well.
But he doesn't really need to win matches right now.
No, and Finn
Balor really needs to win a match.
Really
but he
does.
didn't win. Baron Corbin won with an end of days, and afterwards, Corbin just attacked Finn more.
Yeah. So are we going to get like a real blow-off? I think they're just going to SummerSlam with this, dude. It's 3 weeks away.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. After that, we had Paul Heyman backstage. Kurt Angle threatened to fire Heyman from his WWE contract if Brock doesn't show up in the ring tonight. So he needs to do that. We also had Alicia Fox backstage. Alexa Bliss comes up to her and just says, hey, you know.
Well, she says Mickie James isn't cleared to compete tonight.
Yeah.
So
Alicia Fox taking on Natalya.
Yeah. But Alexa Bliss is saying, you know, I'll go out there with you and make sure Ronda Rousey doesn't get involved.
Yeah. After that, we had the match.
That match.
Natalya versus Alicia Fox. Natalya was joined at ringside by Ronda Rousey, and Alexa Bliss came out with Alicia Fox.
Yeah. Finished the match, saw Alicia Fox kind of getting Ronda Rousey's face, started talking some trash. Ref was distracted trying to break that up. In the meantime, Bliss cheap shots Natalya, and then Fox hits a boot, pins Natalya, picks up the win, and afterwards Ronda Rousey just destroys everybody.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. I like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
I like that they're doing that thing as kind of her finish, the thing where she just like,
kind of like Buddy Murphy's finisher, kind of.
Well, yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
Yeah. I think it's a cool looking move, and it seems easy for her to execute. And that's cool. I like it.
Next, we had Lesnar and Heyman backstage again. Heyman was doing all he could to convince Brock to go out to the ring.
Yeah.
Without telling him what Angle told him.
Yeah, right.
And then it kind of culminated in Brock saying, why don't you go and get me a steak?
Yeah.
He said, steak, medium well.
I figure he'd be more like a medium rare guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like bloody.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Baked potato and steamed broccoli.
Lightly
just
put it on
lightly
the grill
charred
for a
on each
moment.
side. Yeah.
For like a moment. Just put it on there and then it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was taken aback by medium rare.
Yeah.
He likes his meat tough, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, it's funny because Heyman's supposed to be this like master morale leader guy. Like he convinced people in ECW to do ridiculous things for like a hot dog.
For no money, yeah.
For no money. And then he like wouldn't pay them and people were cool with that. But he can't convince Brock Lesnar to do what he wants him to do. So I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's take a time out here, do a couple super chats. Jeffrey Nguyen, $3. Adam Mayhem Heat. Boo.
Whoa, boo. Really?
He's your
Boo?
H champion too.
Wow.
Saul FGC, $2. You mean Brock doesn't feel?
He doesn't feel. Yeah.
Next, Natalya, Ronda Rousey, and Kurt Angle all backstage. And Ronda says, I'm tired of all these hijinks by Alexa Bliss. I want to fight, but if I fight now, I'm going to get suspended again. And Kurt Angle says, okay, you get to take on Alicia Fox next week, Ronda Rousey. And that seemed to satisfy Ronda Rousey.
Very happy about that.
Making her Raw debut.
Man, for being such a rookie, Ronda Rousey's pretty damn good. Like I'm assuming this is like Triple H and Stephanie kind of guiding her path, but it's being done very, very effectively. So that's cool, and I like also on the on the advertising for this. She has a very prominent spot. Like there's Brock and Roman, like in the main new graphic thing they have is like Brock and Roman, and then Alexa and Ronda Rousey. I think that's really cool. She's able to handle the spotlight really, really well. And they're giving her just enough.
Do you think they might do this? I don't think they will.
She's going to win the Universal Championship?
No, they might have.
That'd be rad.
Rousey Bliss main event SummerSlam.
Maybe.
So that
Could
way
be.
people won't boo the end of the show.
So like I think we've all heard sort of relentlessly for the past 6 months or so, and it always ends up being nothing, but that they're always concerned about the reaction that another Brock Roman match is going to get. I just saw some flipping meme about it earlier.
Yeah.
No sourcing.
Maybe if that's a worry, then don't have a main event.
But yeah, I mean, and that could be the thing. Like if you have Ronda Rousey win the title, people love Ronda Rousey, especially when she puts on these surprisingly decent matches. So that's a good way to get people out. You got the Evolution thing coming up pretty soon. There's zero reason why they shouldn't have, Ronda Rousey main event SummerSlam. Why not? Let's see here. We had after that we had
Elias.
Oh yeah, an Elias promo.
He was dropping a promo, ripped off a pretty decent solo.
He said, "I've got the most popular album in the country. I beat out names like Taylor Swift, a couple others." And then he referred. My favorite part is he says, "This town that that worships
Pitbull.
a piece of garbage like Pitbull." And The Rock. So that's going to set up WrestleMania for Elias. Good for him. He was interrupted by Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Lashley should be above this. Really should be. But he's totally going to have a SummerSlam match. It's not going to be in the pre-show because I think they think bigger of Lashley and Elias.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, but it'll be early in the card and be relatively short.
But man, how do you
get from the outside, just outside the Universal title scene?
Because this doesn't. I'll put it this way: this doesn't feel like a step up for Elias, but it feels like almost like a step down for him, and it feels like a step down for Lashley. It's weird. So yeah.
Anyways, Elias invites Bobby Lashley to sing with him. He starts strumming "Rockin' Robin," starts singing, and Bobby Lashley is game. He sings along.
Yeah, man.
But in the midst of this singing, Elias attacks Bobby Lashley, grabs a mic, and says something to him, setting up match. And
then Lashley turns it on him and throws him around a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get that at SummerSlam. That's fine. That's good. I just sort of find it interesting that they had Bobby Lashley in an absolute nothing feud with Sami Zayn, instantly elevated him to kind of periphery of Universal title scene, and then instantly brought him back down to earth.
Way back down to earth.
Yeah. Although I think an Elias program is bigger than a Sami Zayn program, especially because Elias is really entertaining, regardless of what. Like, creative never really gives him anything. He just goes out there and does.
Yeah.
With Sami Zayn, they just had some really, really awkward
it was
creative.
awful creative.
Yeah.
Next, Baron Corbin's backstage, and he's approached by Kevin Owens with a towel, bottle of water.
Kevin Owens has a concern.
Good job on your win.
Yeah, he says that, but then he has a concern. He says, man, I have a match at SummerSlam that says if I win, I get to be new Mr. Money in the Bank. And if Braun Strowman has said that if Brock hits the ring, he might cash in on him. So if he does that tonight, I'm going to lose my opportunity.
You have to do something about this.
And Baron says, no, I don't. Brock is Kurt Angle's problem. Smart move. And you're on your own. After that, we had Braun Strowman versus Jinder Mahal. Of course, this stemmed from last week when Jinder tried to help Braun calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Find some peace.
Yes, didn't
Shanti.
work. Didn't work, though.
Shanti.
No, because Braun has a mantra of his own, get these hands.
Exactly.
So the match barely began when Kevin Owens appeared ringside and tried to steal the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
And so Braun gives chase. At one point, Kevin Owens throws the briefcase to Sunil Singh. Braun destroys him. Shoulder tackle. Grabs the briefcase, but continues to chase Kevin Owens up the ramp and backstage.
Yeah.
He gets counted out. Jinder Mahal beats Braun Strowman.
Yes.
By count out.
Yes. Good job, modern day Maharaja.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Strowman, Kevin Owens should be one of the more fun feuds over the next couple weeks.
Oh, yes.
These two guys are endlessly entertaining. Kevin Owens, I think he tweeted out a picture of the Universal title with it when it was getting his nameplate on it.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm telling you.
I think that'd be great.
By the end of SummerSlam, we get Kevin Owens as Universal Champion.
I think that'd be stellar.
That could happen.
It'd be a massive face turn for Kevin Owens.
That could totally happen.
Next, we got Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin backstage. Baron Corbin hands Kurt Angle his phone. Stephanie is on phone, and Stephanie issues some orders to Kurt Angle, and he says, yes, I understand. We must protect our main event. All right, I'll do that. But we don't know exactly what quite yet.
Yeah.
Next, I mentioned this earlier.
This was great. Oh, man, this was fantastic. So Mojo Rawley has found himself in what I call the loser's locker room because it's just shock. There was no Ty Dillinger there, but there was – wait, is Ty on SmackDown or Raw?
SmackDown.
He's on SmackDown. Okay, so it makes sense that he's not there. Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, The Ascension, Heath Slater and Rhino. And then, and Kanellis.
Yes.
Who looks amazing these days. So they're all hanging out in the loser's locker room. The Ascension are sort of like the low-key comedy act, though, because they get on them, and like right before Mojo comes in and says something, the Ascension are talking, and like Victor says something like, oh, you mean do it the other way, like this, and he starts walking his fingers back. I don't know what it was, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know what it was either.
It was so funny. And then Rawley comes in, and he just starts being really rude to people.
Yeah, he's saying, he's calling out everybody in the locker room.
He says, I've run through the locker room. I sent No Way Jose back to catering, which I'm not sure what that even means. Does he spend a lot of time at catering, or does he actively participate in the cooking of food?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I thought he was like a party guy. He orders the catering.
Yeah.
He throws
the party.
Fiestas.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So I don't know what that meant. And so he's just sort of crapping on everybody. He points over to Zack Ryder. He says, yeah, I left this guy in the dust too. Zack Ryder's like, whoa.
Said, hey, bro.
Hey, bro. And then we hear a slow clap.
Yeah.
Which is the best kind of clap.
And it's Bob Roode.
It's Bob Roode. I'm like, Bob, why are you straying in this locker room?
Turn and run.
Turn and run. Full sprint out of here, man. You don't belong here. What did Mojo had a good burn on him too? He said something about his catchphrase.
Oh.
He says you're not going to be able to catchphrase your way out of this or something like that. Oh man,
that's a good burn.
I feel like, and then they got into a fight.
It seemed real.
It seemed like a shoot fight. Yeah, no, it didn't.
No, it didn't. They were brawling on the ground though.
And everybody was all cheering for it and stuff. This was like one of my favorite segments, man. This was great because it all took place in the losers' locker room. Like I didn't know that there was like a losers' locker room.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I guess so. All the winners hang out at like a gorilla position, I guess. Anyways, let's take some super chats, Larson.
Yeah, we got a couple more. OG Sneakerhead, $10. Brock just got over with me, and all he had to do was sit and read a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Demon is coming to SummerSlam. If not, it'll be an issue feud, and I agree with Steve. Finn for Intercontinental or Universal title.
Yeah, man.
He needs a title.
Max Johnson, $5. Am I the only one who wants to add Jinder to KO versus Braun so he wins and cashes in on Roman to be the first person to be the WWE and Universal Champion? I think before I read that, you were the only person, but now I am too. I would love to see Jinder get the Universal title at SummerSlam. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Next, we had Apollo Crews taking on Akam from Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain did a quick little picture-in-picture promo.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
And then Akam lost.
Yeah, I love Apollo Crews though. Man,
he's awesome.
Is Akam the backstage attitude issue? What's going on with these guys?
I don't know.
Did he poop in somebody's duffel bag and they're like, "Hey, that's not cool anymore"? It's weird.
Authors
right?
of Pain seems like the easiest team to book.
Yeah, right.
They go out there and destroy everybody.
Yeah, right. And then win titles, and that's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, it's not hard.
No, it's not at all.
And yet they don't do that.
No, they don't do that at all. It's weird. Like sometimes they're even on main event. Not in the main event,
but on
main
event.
The most ironically
and then
titled
and
show
then Akam gets pinned with a roll up.
Yeah, by Apollo Crews, who's great, by the way.
Yeah, he's great.
And he seemed very genuinely happy to pick up this win.
He hasn't really been established as.
He's the Titus Worldwide is like 2 steps away from being in that loser's locker room.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like really Akam and Rezar sort of belong in there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, man, what the heck?
There's zero buzz around them anymore.
No. There's like that was man. Like I'm not gonna say it was an Ascension type fall, but maybe it is.
I just don't understand it.
I don't know, man.
They decided they were gonna focus their tag division on comedy acts.
I guess so.
And if that's the case, then there's no place for Authors of Pain in there because they're the furthest thing from a comedy act. But
I'm telling you, man, one of those guys. No, that'd be cool. I could see them in a comedy act. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. They take their like.
I mean, they can use Heavy Machinery's gimmick.
Yeah, there you go. Or they can I don't know. They should do like a weekend.
Maybe they'll take their tag team name more literal, so they're authors and they come out with the glasses,
reading
like
glasses.
Sami Zayn used to wear, typewriters.
They start yeah. They read some of their works to the crowd, to the live crowd.
Kind of like a Lanny Poffo thing. Yeah. He was a genius.
That'd be
He'd
good
write poetry.
Too. Yeah. How fun would it be if they did a weekend at Bernie's thing with Paul Ellering, but he wasn't dead?
All right.
They just would prop him up, and he's like, "What are you doing? I'm not even dead.
I still have the
algorithm." Oh,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Did you see Weekend at Bernie's when it was in the theaters?
You know what? So a buddy,
I love that he has a Weekend at Bernie's story.
I do. A buddy of mine and I went to the drive-in to see a double feature, the weirdest double feature I can imagine, The Abyss.
The Abyss and Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah. It's back then at the drive-in, they would just pair up two...
Is Abyss that water movie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They would just pair up two recent release films and to show them as a double feature.
Oh, my goodness.
So it was late. We watched part of The Abyss, started watching Weekend at Bernie's, and I fell asleep.
The Abyss ran first?
Yeah.
Man, I would think first you'd want your ha-ha-ha.
Yeah, your light comedy.
Yeah.
As light as a comedy could be about a dead person.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy that movie did well enough to generate a sequel. Like, how is it that The Abyss didn't get a sequel, but Weekend at Bernie's did?
It's expensive to make.
Yeah. Wait, you think Weekend at Bernie's wasn't? They have like a dead body in that movie?
No, it was just an actor who didn't move.
Really?
Yeah. He returned for the second movie.
Yeah, but that was set moments after the first one.
But it was shot years later.
Yeah. They really should do like another one of those.
No.
They should reboot that shit. Absolutely. But like as an FX show, FX has like darker, edgier stuff.
Oh, make it all...
It's like
all gritty,
super rigor mortis setting in. Yeah. He's like a shotgun blast to the head victim. They're just carrying him around. He's just face getting everywhere.
Gosh, it's gross. Gross. Next, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. This was a great match, just interrupted by a wonky finish. I want to see these two guys go at it like in a 20-minute pay-per-view match. I think it'd be spectacular. Drew sometimes does things that boggles my mind. I don't know how a guy his size can do it. He drops that spine buster on Seth, and his momentum was starting to take him kind of backwards. So he just rotated over right into a pinfall cover.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, whoa. It was so smooth, but also seemed just such a... Like, his momentum happened to be taking him that way, so he just went with it.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
It was insane.
What would you rather see? Finn added to the IC title match and win it. Let's say it's a fatal four-way. Finn wins it or Drew wins it?
Drew.
What would you rather see?
Drew. Right now, I want Drew to win it.
Yeah, maybe, huh? It'd be fun to see him and Dolph go at it over that, you know? That'd be cool.
I could see them making it a fatal four-way and then doing that so that way Drew can't interfere to help Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how you could justify Finn getting involved.
Yeah, Finn shouldn't be in any match. Like, he should be in that loser's locker room, to be honest with you.
Oof.
At this point. Dude, come on. He Instagrammed a picture of him in that stupid little dollhouse that Baron Corbin busted out for him.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're OG leader of Bullet Club.
I know.
You used to say F words on TV, and now you're playing around in a toy house. What are they doing over there? I told you this before the camera started rolling, man. They have so many licenses to print money over there.
Know.
And they're just wasting away.
I know.
Bob Roode, license to print money.
Yep.
Finn, license.
Saying for years, Bray Wyatt, license to print money.
Bray Wyatt, total license to print money.
I know, it's a bummer.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, yeah, I can totally see Kurt Angle using that justification for adding Drew to the Intercontinental title match.
Yeah.
Because then, you start appealing to Drew's competitive nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why just help Dolph retain IC title when I can have IC title?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Seth hit a stomp. Dolph runs in, attacks Seth to break up the pin. The ref calls for the bell. And then Seth and Dolph brawl for a bit.
Seth drops a suicide dive on him.
Yeah, on Dolph. Gets the upper hand.
Yeah.
Next, Roman Reigns backstage, maybe playing some Candy Crush or something on his iPad. Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle walk in. They explain to him that Stephanie McMahon has told them to protect the main event of SummerSlam, that Roman Reigns must be escorted from the building, so there'll be no confrontation between himself and Brock Lesnar. So security comes in. They start to escort Roman out. Baron Corbin mouths off.
Well, he calls for security. He says, "Security, get in. Officers, get in here."
Well, didn't he say something before Roman punched him?
No, they just stared at each other because, so Roman was actually pretty good in this. He was saying, Kurt, you've been in my position before. You've been top dog. You know what it's like. I know you're getting pulled a bunch of different angles. Actually, Roman was actually pretty good this week.
Yeah, I thought he was fine.
I thought he was pretty good this week. And Kurt could, all he could really do is put his head down. Then Corbin calls for the officers, and Roman's like, "Is this really necessary?" And Kurt doesn't say anything. And as he's walking out, he turns around, and Corbin's just got his shitty grin on his face. And so then Roman pops him one. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then he leaves. So after that, we had a B-team interview.
Sorry.
Where, what's his face? Bo Dallas claimed that the B in the B team stood for
Dream.
That does not start with a B. Curtis Axel cracks me up, though.
Oh, on commentary, Bo Dallas had me laughing.
Yeah.
He was like, "I don't like fists and flips." Well, I like if it's my fist, it's fine, but I don't like other people's fists.
Right.
That was great.
Yeah, he's good. Curtis Axel, he's got Will Ferrell timing.
He kind of
like his comedic chops, and that's not going to help him become like serious competitor going for the IC title anytime soon.
No, but it can make him a decent tag team champion.
He's damn funny.
So B team's being interviewed. The leaders of worlds teleport into the ring.
Yeah.
And then the Revival, top guys, walk out.
I don't know why I haven't. They're really short.
Revival?
Yeah.
Well, they're probably like 5'10".
Yeah. Well, when you're standing in there with guys who are like 6'2" and up, because that's one thing that I noticed here, and I don't know why it just stood out to me so hardcore, is that when they were standing in there with like the B team, who you don't think of as like massive guys, Revival looks so small.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they look tiny.
Doesn't bother me because they're not powerhouses. They're technical guys.
No, I know, but still, it's not very intimidating. You show up and you're not very intimidating. So
not everybody has to be intimidating.
I think the bloom is off for the Revival for me, dude.
Why do they always screw up their great NXT tag teams? It seems like across the board.
I don't know, man.
Revival they're easy to book.
Yeah.
Just let them go out there and put on awesome matches.
Yeah, I know.
That's all you got to do.
I know. Well, the problem, you know, that they sort of just came in. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Like pretty much for the most part, they just screw up all the tag teams. New Day, no. Usos, no.
Over on SmackDown, they have all the good tag teams.
Yeah, T-Bar they did a decent job of.
T-Bar they did a great job with. Are you kidding me?
But Authors of Pain.
Yeah,
Raw
doesn't know how. They don't know how to do. Because who's like Sanity? They're even treating Sanity pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're giving them wins.
Not last week. They lost to the New Day last week.
They're not doing well at the pay-per-view. They got to win.
Yeah.
They're. I'm kind of surprised. I think Triple H is just a huge Damo guy, and I don't think anybody else is because, like, I kind of feel like he should be their Braun Strowman, but they're not treating him like it. He's just sort of one of the dudes.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf is the guy there to eat the pig.
He's their Carl Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they treat. Yeah, Raw just treats. I mean, even SmackDown treated the club decently
At first, but now they're not on TV anymore.
Well, yeah, but they had a title opportunity. They had a couple wins.
Yeah.
You know, but geez, Raw's tag team division is garbage.
Yeah. And that led to a match between the Revival and Matt and Bray. Some more kind of miscommunication between Matt and Bray led to a win. Dawson pinned Bray Wyatt after a shatter machine. It's always great to see the Revival pick up a W.
Yes, it is.
Because they are still right here to me, top guys.
Very short. So after that, we had a Seth Rollins interview where he was just saying he was very heated. I remember that. Do you remember what he said?
No, because he was pretty quickly attacked by Dolph and Drew.
Yes, that's true as well.
But whatever he said was very impassioned.
Yeah, he was very impassioned. Oh, that's right. Dolph in his goofy shirt like attacked Seth. That was great. And Dolph had his hair all weird and like straightened. Man, I really wish Dolph would go to like New Japan. He's like a million years old, but that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Because there's spots that I think other people should probably take.
I know.
Like how cool! I just mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Imagine if Finn Balor was in the Dolph Ziggler spot right now.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Or Bob Roode.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
Well, I just think Finn being in that spot would be great because it kind of harkens back to early Bullet Club. We used to walk to the ring on Bad Luck Fale's shoulders.
Yeah,
that kind
I know.
of stuff. I think that'd be great.
That'd be rad. But no, he's hanging out in a toy house, man. A toy freaking house for Prince Devitt. Hey, Fergal, you want to come over to WWE where the big boys play? You can, we'll put you in a toy house. I think it'd be great. We're gonna have a great road.
Well, he thought where the big boys play,
right.
Full stops.
Look at the
period.
adjective.
But there was
play.
instead it ellipsis, the 3 periods, which meant there was more to it. He showed up where the big boys play in a toy house.
In a toy house. Look, we'll have a great run in NXT. You'll be great. Then you'll get signed to the main roster. Toy house.
Toy house. It's time to play the game in this toy house.
I love that guy. Put him in a toy house.
Next, Riot Squad versus the Boss and Hug Connection or Hug and Boss Connection.
Really? That's a thing?
Yeah, that's what they call in their tag team now.
Oh, shit. I didn't
We're
know
definitely getting these tag team titles.
Yeah, we are. And they're definitely going to be the first
when
champions.
They're getting matching gear with their team name on it.
Oh, that's why they did that. Okay, that's right. Yeah, they're going to be the tag champs.
Yeah.
That's so obvious. Everybody's starting to match up thematically, even like the Riot Squad who doesn't have a Ruby Riot anymore.
Yeah, they still came out as the Riot Squad.
Exactly, and they have like kind of matching gear. And they talk a lot about Sarah Logan's Viking history, which I don't know why they do that. So anyways, Bayley got the pin on Liv Morgan. Hey, I do like how they executed their finish, though. I don't know. Did they do this last week or not?
No.
It was a bank statement into.
Well,
it was like
a backstabber.
The backstabber, which is like the open to the bank statement.
Yeah, into a Bayley to belly.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Good tag team chemistry.
Yeah, they already have some pretty solid tag team chemistry
for the future tag champions.
Yes.
What is it? The Boss and
Hug and Boss Connection or Boss and Hug Connection?
I'm gonna get.
It's a reference to the Rock and Sock Connection.
Yeah.
Next, another segment between Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman backstage. And Heyman just lays it out to Brock, saying, hey, I have a contract with you, but I also have a contract with WWE. If I don't go out there, I'm fired.
Yeah.
And Lesnar pretty much says, I don't care about you. I don't care about WWE Universe. Get out of here.
Hey.
Get lost.
Yeah. That was rude. Now, like, I wonder if they're going to have some sort of motivation for this Brock turn.
He said, I don't work for you. You work for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like, why is he?
Is it just arrogance? Hubris?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, no, I thought I actually thought Brock did a really good job. I like when he talks.
Yeah, me too. Like when he says something, he doesn't. Hey, look, this isn't him just standing there.
I know.
Smiling and
I know.
Turning purple.
And it wasn't just like he was reading lines. He was trying to perform.
I know. It was cool.
So it's kind of a bummer they didn't give him, or he didn't do more of the stuff leading up to this.
Well, we have what we have now.
Exactly. So main event segment of the show saw Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin walk to the ring. Kurt Angle says, all right, Heyman, come out here.
Put up.
Give us Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Heyman walks out and kind of, with very little enthusiasm, does the...
That was hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
That was great.
That was good.
It was like zero enthusiasm.
So he walks to the ring. Kurt Angle calls Brock the worst Universal Champion of all time. Yeah. And Heyman sees an opportunity for himself here.
He says, these people are used to champions who are here, who are present. Brock Lesnar might be the worst Universal Champion of all time. And then Heyman like jumps on that, trying to ingratiate himself to Kurt Angle, trying not to get fired from his WWE contract.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says, yeah, no, I agree with you. Brock Lesnar is the worst Universal Champion of all time, which brings out Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
So then he comes out.
He takes the mic. He goes, Kurt Angle goes, you have a problem with me?
Yeah.
And then gives him an F5.
Yeah.
He stare down with Baron.
Yeah, he looks at Baron Corbin, and they have a little bit of a stare down. And I really wish they would have given Baron like one more little bit of direction. I don't know what. But some reaction that isn't like super scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he didn't really do super scared. He was wise about what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not going to take an F5 right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it was more like, I'm not going to take an F5 right now, but when I get a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
End of days for you, Brock Lesnar.
But it was I like that.
And then Heyman hands Brock the Universal title, pats him on the back.
Sort of acting like, oh, yeah, this is great, buddy.
Yeah,
Brock is smiling and laughing.
Yeah, and then Brock grabs Heyman by the face.
Yeah.
Drives him to the mat and pins him on the mat with his knee on his chest.
Ooh, that looked brutal.
And then Heyman's like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Brock let go.
Yeah. WWE really needs to be careful with stuff like that. Heyman's a big dude, and he's not exactly young. That's like a heart attack waiting to happen. That's terrifying. But hopefully,
it made for some effective television.
It really did. It was terrifying. It was really scary.
And you had part of the crowd chanting for Roman.
Yeah, no, you had. Here's the thing. And I don't know. Maybe it was a trick audio. I don't know. But there was a very loud "We want Roman" chant, and then the boo birds. You know, the haters.
There was a corresponding Roman sucks chant,
which wasn't nearly as loud as the "We Want Roman."
No, you
it
could
wasn't
hear it.
even
You
close.
could still hear
you
it,
could
but
hear it, but it was not even close. So I just find it's kind of funny. It's like, oh well, it took one episode for people. You know, we did one thing right, and people are chanting "We Want Roman." I'm telling you, man. I think people want to cheer for Roman. They need to give him good creative.
Yeah, they've never had a reason to do it.
They've never had a reason.
Let's go to some questions. I'll start with the super chat here. OG Sneakerhead, $2. He says useless, not issue, in relation to his previous questions. I didn't have my coffee today. We have a lot more. So right ahead to that one. Chase Hetrick, $5.55. NXT tag teams flop all the time, even though the tag division has been amazing for a long time.
Non-stop player, $3. Which is worse, 3-hour SmackDowns,
4-hour Raw?
4-hour Raw, a 4-hour Raw.
That would be just punishing.
Yeah.
Tom Fox, $5. Do you think the abrupt change in direction with Sasha Bailey indicates them becoming the first women's tag champion?
Yes. OG Sneakerhead.
I already got that one. Disco Gumby, $5. Since the 2016 brand split, what's been your favorite main roster feud and NXT? Roman Braun was my favorite main roster feud, probably.
I would say probably Sasha Charlotte.
That was right up there, too. Yeah. Both those are really good.
Charlie Mercury, $5. Hey, friendos, the cruiserweight assassin Charlie Mercury here. Have some of my money.
All right, thank you,
Charlie.
Joe Juarez, $2. I wish they did this cooler Roman 2 years ago. Yep.
You know what would have been even cooler is if the people started chanting, "We want Roman," and he was still there, heard them, and was like, sorry.
You had your chance.
Where have you been all this time?
I know.
Plenty
of years.
Oh, now you want me.
Plenty of years you could have asked for me to come out, and I would have happily.
Yep. Anyways, let's answer some questions. I'm going to bring up this question thread from the Patreon. Patreon.com/Steven Larson. You can ask questions there if you want. Here we go. Why are people need to start upvoting these questions. Oh, here we go.
You got a long one from Tommy T. Hey, friend, so I mean no disrespect with this question, but how much do you guys let your bias towards a wrestler affect your views on them, their performance? In general, because I noticed it a lot during Matt Chat when comparing Dolph and HBK. Larson said HBK was a way better promo than Dolph, when in reality, if you look at his career of promos, HBK had maybe 6 great memorable promos in his career, maybe even less, if you take away the ones where he crossed the line that only he was allowed to. In comparison, look at Dolph's promos against Ambrose, Miz, and Seth. And the only reason his promos are less memorable is because we see him as less important.
I kind of agree with him, to be honest with you. I don't know about the bias thing. I mean, I don't know. We all have our own biases.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
we all have our own predilections.
I'm a fan of HBK. I know he's not exactly known as the best promo guy, but I think when he's done good promos, they've been good.
I think they're on par. I mean, I didn't want to spend 20 minutes debating the issue because I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I think that Dolph's best promos, I think, are better than HBK's best promos. I do. I think that when he gets really impassioned and starts talking like exactly what he's talking about here, with the stuff with the Miz and Seth and stuff.
Maybe this is the thing is I feel like with Dolph, there's promos he has done that have been very good.
Yeah.
But then there's droughts.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't feel like that's really the thing is I feel like Dolph's promo work is inconsistent, and that could be a matter of creative opportunity, whatever it is. But that's my perception. Whereas I feel like HBK was relatively consistent. Yeah. You know, he was never great at promos. He was never on the Stone Cold Rock level, far from it. But he went out there and he delivered his promo. And there's never a point where rarely a point where
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Also, I'll put it this way. HBK's worst promos weren't as bad as Dolph's worst promos, but I think Dolph's best promos were better than HBK's.
It depends what you value most, I guess, consistency or just high spots, you know? But good question.
No, I do think, and I don't take any disrespect from it, but I do think that, you know, our own biases, you know, what we like in wrestling, they will affect the way we view things, absolutely. You know,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Anything we spew here is simply our opinion,
yeah,
and we tend to stick by those opinions.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Double T, hey guys, so for some reason I was rewatching Roman versus Brock at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and I saw at the end of the match, after the spear, when Roman rolled off, his feet were on the curtain that hangs off the side of the ring the whole time. Then Brock stood up, meaning this whole angle is pointless. But my question from that is, have you ever rewatched a match and noticed something interesting you didn't notice the first time, and if so, what?
I watched I rewatched Deadwood, the TV show, recently.
Oh, you always pick up new things.
And you always pick up new things, yeah. Matches, I don't know.
Larry Otto on Twitter was, in the lead up to Omega Okada, had a lot of gifts up from their various matches, and Meltzer on one of them pointed out just a small little detail about how after I think Okada hit a Rainmaker, the first thing Omega did was roll over on his stomach, so he wasn't just ready to be pinned. I was like, oh, small little details like that are interesting to pick up, you know, the second or third time you watch something.
Yeah. Let's see here. AO Worm here in the Discord wants to know, are we going to see Demon Balor? Is Balor going to have to bust out the demon
to beat Baron Corbin? No, I don't think we're going to.
You don't think so? I don't think so either. I think he's going to straight up win.
Yeah.
That has to be the case.
The Nightcrawler. Hey, guys. So I know Larson has a low opinion of Impact, so this question is primarily for Steve.
Okay.
What wrestlers can you realistically see WWE releasing that could realistically be signed to Impact and make a really big, impact, I guess? For example, I feel like Chris Hero being released wouldn't shock me, and I think it's believable if he signed with Impact. It depends what his role is in NXT. If he's like a player coach, then I don't see him being released.
Yeah, I don't know what his goals are. If he really wants to go out there and wrestle, I think that's probably a good. I mean, that's as good a suggestion as any. Just because, okay, so Apollo Crews, if they released him, I could see him going to Impact because, man, could you imagine? Kind of like Rich Swann, like that dude shows up at Impact and it's like, okay, well, let me show you what I can really do. You know, Apollo Crews, kind of the same thing. I could see him getting released. It'd be a shame, but I could see it happening. And then I could see him going to Impact, and it's like, hey, look, this is what I can actually do.
Yeah.
So there's a couple names.
Yeah.
But Chris Hero's a bit different. Like, Impact has sort of turned the corner, or at least they're gaining some buzz now. They're working. They announced the LAX is going to take on the Young Bucks on that cruise. That's cool.
Yeah. That's really cool.
So they're doing like an Impact Ring of Honor thing. Now that they're sort of building better relationships with the larger independent scene, I say independent, Ring of Honor is not independent, but you know what I mean, the larger non-WWE scene, I could see Chris Hero doing like a Ring of Honor / Impact thing, perhaps. Maybe. I think it'd be fun.
Tyler Stover, $5. After last night, it kind of seems they're going towards the Roman save us from Brock angle. Do y'all agree? Yeah, that's kind of been the overriding storyline going all the way back to Mania.
That's what they were like hinting at Mania, but then it just didn't turn into that, which is weird.
Martin Hernandez, his first question. Hey, friendos, what are some kayfabe reasons as to why Rhino is wearing a Deleters of World shirt in the Mojo Rude locker room segment?
He's a fan. He's a fan.
He's just a fan.
He's a fan. It's a good kayfabe.
Mo Clo, master of the low blow. Power rank other magazines Brock Lesnar would read.
Other magazines he would read?
Yeah.
Would he be like a history buff? Like an old frontier history type thing?
Maybe if it relates to how he can live out in the frontier now.
Well, yeah. Because like, what? Do you think there's been massive advancements in living in the frontier?
In fact, I do think there has been.
I really think there have been.
Well, I mean, there's things like electricity.
Yeah, no, but
plumbing.
Dude, listen, if you're going out to live in the frontier, you're going to do it legitimately. You're not going to go.
He's not living in the frontier
to a KOA.
Legitimately. Come on, he has a huge hunk of land
in
the middle of nowhere.
He was reading a magazine called The Woods not just The Woodsman, The Backwoodsman.
I realize that, but it's not
like all about survivalism.
No, I don't know if he's all about it, because he's not off the grid. Brock Lesnar's on the grid.
Oh, that dude, I guarantee you he would love to be off the grid. He hates people with a passion.
Well, that's why he just lives out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, and he'd love to be even in the middle of even more nowhere.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Telling you, man, the Frontiersman magazine. That's what he's going to be reading. Guns and Ammo, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Great question. Ollie W. Ottawa's finest friendo. Who would win in a fight? The dog on Roman's shirt or the wolf on Corbin's Titantron?
Oh, the wolf.
I feel like the wolf would win.
Yeah, it's a feral animal. Hacksaw Higgins, $2. Could you see another Brock Angle match at Mania?
No, but boy, that'd be cool.
I'd
be down for it. I'd be fine with it.
Ty Dillinger escape plan. Has any long-term storyline been as directionless as Sasha versus Bayley? They made magic at NXT, but their main roster storyline has been so meandering and pointless. I just feel fast-forwarded through their segment on Raw last week. Oh, I just fast-forwarded, sorry. There's no through line and no reason to care.
So here's the thing. It's not directionless. It's gone in so many different directions.
Changed directions
so
many times.
It has been so all over the map.
CM Punk finds it inadmissible in court. Is the only problem with the Roman Brock storyline is that no one likes Roman. That's kind of a major part of it. Like if everything else was the same, but it was Finn instead of Roman, would everyone at least appreciate the long-term booking?
No. Here's the thing. Up until last night, literally last night, it was the first that we actually saw them implement that storyline
successfully
with Brock. Yeah, and successfully. Because up till then, him no-showing isn't really implementing a storyline with him. You know, and then when he showed up, they just did like a regular, normal him versus Roman thing where they attack each other.
Auntie Himalayan, kayfabe reasons Braun didn't try to cash in last night. He's still chasing after Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he's one-track mind, dude.
Disco Gumby, $2. Love the shirt, Steve. What's your favorite album? It Still Moves, right?
It Still Moves is my favorite My Morning Jacket album for sure. And it's probably in my top 5 all-time albums also. Wow. Let's see here.
Bobby Mincy.
Yeah.
Been here all this time and first-time question. Does Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley bring Mojo to the upper mid-card or Bobby down to the lower card? It's the latter. It's the latter.
I hate to say that, but I think you're right.
Oh, 100% right.
That's so sad.
It is.
Oh, dear.
Because not like Bob Roode is ever, on Raw at least, firmly established on the upper mid-card.
I know. He walked into... Here's the biggest tell. He walked into the losers' locker room. He walked in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it wasn't as if Mojo walked into his locker room.
Right.
And called him out.
Right.
He just happened to be hanging out in the losers' locker room.
Man.
Or have his locker there.
All right. Longest former champ Maddie here in the Discord. Power rank wrestlers that Heyman should manage if he splits from Brock.
I don't think he should manage anybody.
Really?
No, I think his partnership with Brock has been so singular. I don't know. Every time they try to pair up Heyman with somebody else.
Oh, it fails.
Yeah.
Miserably.
So don't even try.
Yeah.
Would you like to do some play-per-view, Steve?
Yeah, I'll do some play-per-view.
We usually do SummerSlam, but let's do a bash at the beach.
Oh, man. Trending post from Nextdoor app. A skunk in my yard.
Oh, dear.
Did I tell you the other night I went for a run on my way back? It had gotten pretty dark. And this car passed me by on the road, right?
Oh.
And I know, great way to start a story. And it stopped suddenly.
Ooh.
And
story's getting even better.
Right in front of it, in the headlights, was a fucking skunk. Oh, I hate them so much.
Yeah, you don't like skunks.
Oh, I hate them so bad. And it like scurried off to the side into like the area that I was going to be in within moments because I was still walking.
You could have got skunked.
I could have got skunked. So I had to like take it very slow, like walked out into the road.
Wow.
And it was like walking very slowly.
Wow.
And I could get a whiff of it, of the skunks. Oh,
Pew.
man. It was terrifying.
That's
it might have been the
stinky.
worst night of my life.
I'm going to do Beach.
Oh, God. Listen to this. This dude.
Beach
no.
Blast 93.
He says, that's awesome. We seem to have adopted 4 skunks that show up every night in our yard. I wouldn't really mind them, but we have a dog. Anyone know who or how to get rid of them? That's terrifying. And then this person says, turn on your sprinklers. They don't like water.
There you go.
Wow. Solved.
What
are you doing? Beach Blast?
93 is the precursor to Bash at the Beach.
When did they start doing?
Well, this is from July 93. I guess they started doing Bash at the Beach in 94 when it was Hogan Flair.
See if they have a 1991 one.
Well, you see that. I already have mine picked.
I'm going to see if they have it.
I thought you were asking me
just in the
too.
summer of 92 and summer of 93, so you have 93.
I have 93.
I'm going to do 92. I'll do
all
a year
right.
earlier.
Go first.
How many matches
8.
do you have? I have 9. I'll get rid of the first one. All right, here we go.
All right.
The champion, the WCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Brian Pillman.
All right.
Defended his title against Scotty Flamingo.
Oh, Raven.
Yes. Very Who won?
Pillman won.
No, Scotty Flamingo won. I didn't
Wow.
know that he was ever the light heavyweight
I
champion.
didn't know that either. Next, singles match for the WCW World Television title. The challenger, Ron Simmons, taking on the champion, Paul Orndorff.
I'll say Orndorff.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful. A singles match in which Ron Simmons took on Terry Taylor.
Oh, Ron Simmons.
Very good.
Tag team match, Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce versus Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell.
The Scorpio team.
Yeah.
A singles match. The aforementioned Marcus Bagwell versus Greg Valentine.
I'll go with Marcus Bagwell.
Wrong. Greg Valentine
Wow.
by submission made him tap out.
Wow, shocking. Singles match, Eric Watts versus Lord Steven Regal.
Oh, Eric Watts.
Nope.
No?
No.
The boss's son didn't win?
Nope.
Oh, no. All right. I'm going to put a finger. A bikini contest.
Oh,
Medusa with Paul E. Dangerously versus Missy Hyatt.
I guess Missy.
Yeah, Missy won.
Singles match, Max Payne versus Johnny B. Bad.
What year was this?
93.
I'm not sure they were pushing Johnny B. Bad too hard back then. Max Payne.
No.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you should have stuck with your first instinct.
I was
man.
gonna, and then I changed it. Falls count anywhere match.
Ooh.
Cactus Jack versus Sting. That might have been a good one.
Oh, wow. Sting.
Yes, very good.
WCW World Tag Team Championship match. The challengers, the Four Horsemen, Paul Roma and Arn Anderson versus the Hollywood Blondes.
The Horsemen.
No.
No? 30-minute Iron Man match. Rick Rude versus Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, that's probably really good.
Yeah.
Isn't he 2?
Yeah.
I'll go with Steamboat.
Yes. 4-3.
Iron Man match for the vacant WCW United States Championship. Rick Rude versus Dustin Rhodes.
I'll say Dustin Rhodes.
It was a draw. Tied 1-1 after 30 minutes.
All right. 6-man tag team match with Ole Anderson as special guest referee. So you know he called it right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. It was the Dangerous Alliance team of Arn, Steve Austin, and Bobby Eaton versus Dustin Rhodes, Barry Windham, and Nikita Koloff.
Dangerous Alliance team.
No.
Darn it. Next, singles match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Barry Windham.
Oh, nice.
Versus Ric Flair.
I'll say Windham.
No.
No? Jesus, man. I am eating shit right now. Tag team match. The main event was for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Steiners were the champions. Terry Gordy and Steve Williams, the challengers.
I'll go with the challengers.
30-minute time limit draw.
Oh, darn. You can get one more match. Tag team main event. Their title was not the main event. The Masters of the Powerbomb, the team of Vader and Sid versus Sting and Davey Boy Smith. Masters of the Powerbomb is a good tag team name.
That's a great name. I mean, you got to go with Sting.
Yeah, you do have to go with Sting.
Right.
Sting's
well,
correct.
I only lost by one.
You lost by one.
Choose a card.
I choose Brie Bella.
Nice. Brie mode or something.
Yeah, Brie mode.
Do we have any more super chats before
No,
we leave?
that's it.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Holding it that damn music.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.
There we go. There's some music for you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.
Patrons, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, head up the Patreon wall. We'll be there in, like you said, a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.